I'm never drinking again. And this time, I mean it.
Hello, Internet! Happy Pride! My name is KB Shinn, and this is Wonderlust. Humans have been getting drunk for thousands of years, and by this point, you'd assume we'd be better at it. Getting totally hammered is considered to be one of the highlights of the human experience. There's a lot of misinformation out there that ends up making us sick, miserable, and sometimes even landing us in jail. So that sucks, but maybe I can help you out. So here are 10 myths you still believe about getting drunk. Number 1. Liquor before beer or beer before liquor. It's really easy to get carried away when you're getting drunk, especially if you're not the one paying the tab at the end of the night. But as the saying goes, liquor before beer, never fear, beer before liquor, never sicker. Right? Nope. Whether or not you get sick depends entirely on how fast you're knocking it back. It doesn't matter what order you drink it in, or whether you stick with one or the other. It's all going to the same place. Think of it like baking. You can mix the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients separately, but eventually they will all come together to make a cake. Except in this case, the cake is a lie. The cake is you, worshipping at the porcelain altar. Why? Because you didn't pace yourself. So just take it easy. I promise you 9 out of 10 times you'll be able to outrun those bottles of Bud Light Lime. Number 2. Liquor and energy drinks will get you drunk faster. So liquor is fun. Energy drinks are also fun. Kinda. Then one day some brave soul with a vision decided to combine the two and a new craze was born. But we don't drink these ghastly cocktails because they taste good. God no. Hey, can I get a drink that tastes like dollar store hard candy in your mouth? We drink them because of how they make us feel. Alcohol makes us sleepy, but the caffeine and chemicals in energy drinks block the receptors in our brains that tell us we're getting tired and maybe we should think about calling a cab. So you're not getting drunk faster, you're just doing it with more energy, and your decision-making skills are still terrible. Number 3. Breaking the seal makes you pee more often. If you're one of the 7 people watching this video and don't recognize the term, the seal refers to holding in your pee for as long as possible while you're drinking. Once the seal is broken, you're bound to spend a good chunk of the night in line for the bathroom, right? Well, no. Again, that also depends on how much and how quickly you are drinking. When we consume alcohol, we tend to drink more liquids than usual. Alcohol suppresses a hormone in our brains called vasopressin, which regulates water in our kidneys. Without that hormone working the way it should, water isn't properly absorbed into the body, thus increasing urine production. So, if you drink a lot, you have to pee a lot. The only real reason you should hold it in is if you don't want to brave those portable toilets. Ugh, I know I don't. As the saying goes, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Number 4. Alcohol kills brain cells. I know plenty of people who will be relieved to know that this isn't true. Several studies have shown that alcohol doesn't kill brain cells. Your brain just isn't working as it does when you're sober. Alcohol damages dendrites, little feelers on the brain's neurons which send electrical signals from the brain to different parts of the body. Neurons are critical in triggering the physical response to stimuli. Like if your nose itches, you might scratch it. If you hear a strange noise, you might turn your head towards it. But when you're drunk, your reaction time is significantly slowed down. Walking in a straight line becomes like climbing Everest. And you might not even register you're in pain until several minutes after you've punched through a window to unlock your car. Oh, god damn it. But this doesn't mean that your brain is completely untouched. Chronic alcohol abuse can lead to memory problems and poor cognitive functioning. Number 5. Different types of alcohol make you behave in different ways. Chances are you've heard a variety of reasons people try to steer clear from particular types of drinks. Oh, no dark room for me, thanks, it makes me a mean drunk. I just know I'll do something stupid if I drink tequila. Me personally, I've sworn up and down that Jägermeister gives me Hulk strength. Something that tastes like NyQuil that hates you ought to have magical properties, right? But none of it is true. Not even the Hulk strength. The kind of booze you drink doesn't affect your blood alcohol content, or BAC. We drink different alcohols at different rates and for different occasions, but still, drunk is drunk. According to a 2006 study published by the National Institute of Health, how we behave when we're drunk is more likely to be a psychosocial response. And obviously, having one drink of your supposed kryptonite cocktail won't affect you the same way as having 4 or 5 drinks would. Our expectations based on prior experiences under the influence are more likely to shape how we feel and what we do. Just because you climbed on top of the tool shed after having 3 rum and Dr. Peppers doesn't mean you'll do it again if you only drink 1. So I hear. Number 6. Taking an over-the-counter painkiller the night before will keep you from getting a hangover. What? Whose dumbass idea was that? Was it yours? Then slap yourself. Nope. Slap yourself twice. Aspirin or Tylenol is great for those next morning headaches, but given they only work for a few hours, that alone makes taking them the night before completely pointless. Trust me, you don't want to mix these two things together. Alcohol already irritates your stomach, and painkillers can erode your stomach lining. The two of those working together can lead to liver inflammation and more alcohol entering your bloodstream. In other words, the two chemicals working together will make you drunker, but not a happy, fun drunk. Expectation. Woo! Spring break! Reality. I can't fall asleep, or I'll choke on my vomit and die. Even if you've gotten lucky and nothing bad seems to have happened to you after having an aspirin with your beer, just don't. Using that as your go-to cure for the long run can lead to liver damage, and your liver is a lot harder to replace than your best friend's new rug. Number 7. Drinking makes you sexy and desirable. Well, you'll certainly feel sexier. Alcohol lowers our inhibition, so a normally shy person might get up and sing karaoke, or they might have the courage to ask that hot girl to dance. Lower inhibitions might also help you hook up. This could be a good thing. Date night! But it could also be a bad thing. When you're drunk, your dendrites are drunk, and then they're not available to talk you out of doing something really stupid. Have sex on the roof of Chipotle? Well, it is Taco Tuesday. Alcohol in moderation can enhance an already pleasurable evening of naked time between 2 consenting adults. Or to quote the Scottish play, drinking provokes the desire but takes away the performance. Too much alcohol can cause a condition lovingly dubbed whiskey, something the late great Robin Williams described as like trying to play pool with a rope. Number 8. You can make yourself sober up faster. There are plenty of tips out there to help you sober up in a pinch. Come on! Buck up, kiddo, we still gotta drive to Taco Bell. But none of them will actually straighten you out. Food helps slow down the absorption of alcohol, and water rehydrates you and makes you have to pee like crazy, but neither of them will actually make you sober. Incidentally, neither does puking. If you exercise, you can lose some of that alcohol in your sweat, but not enough to mean the difference between passing and failing a breathalyzer test. Getting fresh air or taking a cold shower might refresh you, or drinking coffee or an energy drink might make you feel more alert, but they don't actually change your BAC. Everything that you could possibly do to try and sober up only changes the way you feel. It has no bearing on how much alcohol is currently burning through your system. So at the risk of sounding like your guidance counselor, the only surefire way to get sober is to just wait it out. Number 9. You can cheat a breathalyzer test. In the United States, a BAC rating above 0.08% is considered to be legally drunk, and if you're caught drinking and driving, you're in deep shit. So instead of maybe using a designated driver or calling a cab, there are a few paragons of wisdom who decided to try and come up with effective ways to try and cheat the breathalyzer test. Drunk driver cheat codes include things like sucking on a penny, hyperventilating before you blow, eating a mint, gargling with mouthwash. Why would you put something with more alcohol in your mouth? One desperate 18-year-old Canadian man even tried eating part of his underwear to try and cheat the test. Needless to say, it didn't work. None of these cheats actually work. Like any computer, breathalyzers need good batteries and proper calibration to work effectively, and they can also be subject to glitches and human error. Anyone who manages to beat the test piss drunk only does so through pure dumb luck. If you assume the test works 100% of the time, you're less likely to end up in jail. So don't take any chances. And keep your underwear on your ass. Number 10. The hangover cure. This is where we get into disputed territory. Many doctors don't agree on how hangovers work, and I have the same medical credentials as Doc McStuffins. So, you made it through what you were certain was the best night of your life, only to wake up feeling like tiny elves are teaching a clog dancing class inside your skull. What do? Everyone has their own method of dealing with hangovers. Coffee, shrimp, leftover pizza, green tea, diner food, mountain oysters, and of course the hair of the dog that bit you. And after some of these folksy remedies, people might genuinely feel better, but it's not exactly a cure. In some cases, it might actually make things worse. Greasy foods, although delicious, can cause acid reflux and nausea in a hungover person. Same with coffee. And it breaks my heart to tell you that, because me and coffee, we're like this. Day drinking might numb some of those pain receptors for a little while, but you're just prolonging the inevitable at this point. There are over-the-counter shots that claim to prevent hangovers if consumed the night before, and you might feel good while you're drinking, but this can trick your body into thinking you could drink more, and thus creating the problem all over again. It's snake oil. Don't waste your money. So what would an actual doctor recommend you do for your hangover? Well, that feeling of, oh dear God, I wish I was dead, is caused by dehydration, so drinking water is key. You can also replenish your electrolytes with your favorite sports drink. I know people who swear by Pedialyte, but take that with a grain of salt. Remember my credentials. Over-the-counter painkillers are helpful, but they can irritate an empty stomach. An actual doctor would also recommend eating complex carbohydrates like bread and crackers or fresh fruit such as bananas and kiwis. So, what's your favorite snack for a hangover? Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.